Have you ever felt like you're just one small decision away from a life-changing adventure? What if I told you that a handful of beans could be the key to unlocking a world beyond your wildest dreams? Today, we are climbing high into the clouds to rediscover a story that has captivated us for generations, the tale of Jack and the Beanstalk. But this isn't just a children's story about a boy, a beanstalk, and a very grumpy giant. It's a powerful lesson about courage, quick thinking, and the incredible rewards that can come from taking a calculated risk. Let's set the scene. We meet a young boy named Jack, living with his widowed mother in a humble cottage. Times are tough. Their only source of income, their beloved cow, Milky White, has stopped giving milk. With heavy hearts, they decide they have no choice but to sell her. Jack is sent to the market, a task that weighs heavily on his young shoulders. He knows his family's survival depends on him getting a good price. On his way, Jack meets a peculiar old man who makes him an extraordinary offer. He won't give Jack gold or silver for the cow. Instead, he offers something far more mysterious: 5 magic beans. The man promises that these beans hold incredible potential. Now, let's pause here. What would you do? Most of us would probably laugh and walk away, right? It sounds like a terrible deal. Trading your only asset for a handful of beans? It seems foolish, irresponsible even. But Jack sees something else. He sees a glimmer of hope, a spark of possibility in the old man's eyes. He makes a choice that defies all logic. He takes the beans. When Jack returns home, his mother is, understandably, furious. She sees the beans not as a source of magic, but as a symbol of her son's naivety. In her despair, she throws the beans out the window and sends Jack to bed without supper. The day ends in disappointment, and their future looks bleaker than ever. But as we all know, magic often works in the most unexpected ways, especially when things seem their darkest. The next morning, Jack wakes up to an astonishing sight. Outside his window, where his mother had thrown the beans, a colossal beanstalk has sprouted. It's so enormous, so thick and sturdy, that it stretches up through the clouds and disappears from sight. Can you imagine the awe and wonder, the fear and excitement? This is the moment Jack's world transforms. The seemingly worthless beans have revealed their true power. Driven by a mix of curiosity and a desperate need to find a solution for his family's poverty, Jack decides to climb. This is his first great act of courage. It's not just a physical climb. It's a climb into the unknown. He has no idea what he'll find at the top, but he knows he can't just stand by and do nothing. He has to see where this magical path leads. The beanstalk is his ladder to opportunity, and he's brave enough to take that first step. After a long and tiring climb, Jack finally pushes through the clouds into a whole new land. He finds himself in a kingdom in the sky, and before him stands a massive, imposing castle. The sheer scale of everything is breathtaking. Jack, small and alone, cautiously approaches the castle. The door creaks open, and he is met by a giantess, the wife of the castle's owner. She's intimidating, but she has a spark of kindness in her. Seeing how hungry and tired Jack is, she takes pity on him and offers him some food. But just as Jack starts to eat, the ground begins to shake. Boom, boom, boom! The giantess quickly hides Jack as her husband, a fearsome and enormous giant, stomps into the room, sniffing the air and bellowing his famous, terrifying lines. fee fi fo fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive, or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. It's a heart-pounding moment. Jack, hidden away, watches in terror as a giant devours his meal and then brings out his treasures. First, he commands his hen to lay a golden egg, and it does. Jack watches, his mind racing. This is it. This could be the answer to all his family's problems. Here, we see Jack's creativity and quick thinking come into play. He isn't just a passive observer. He's a strategist. When the giant eventually falls into a deep, snoring sleep, Jack sees his chance. He quietly snatches a hen that lays the golden eggs and scrambles back down the beanstalk as fast as he can. When he reaches the bottom, his mother is overjoyed, not just because of the hen, but because her son has returned safely. For a while, they live comfortably. The hen provides them with a golden egg every day, and their worries about poverty are gone. They have enough to eat and a secure home. Jack could have stopped there. He had already achieved more than he ever dreamed of. He had found a solution to their immediate problem. But something inside him, a desire for more than just survival, for true security and justice, calls him back to the castle in the clouds. So, a second time, Jack climbs a beanstalk. He's bolder now, more confident. He once again slips into the castle and hides. This time, after his meal, the giant brings out another of his prized possessions, a set of magical bags filled with gold and silver coins. As soon as the giant dozes off, Jack grabs a bag of gold and makes his escape. This second trip is even more dangerous, but Jack's courage has grown with his success. He's no longer just a boy hoping for a miracle. He's actively creating his own fortune. With the gold, Jack and his mother become truly wealthy. They have everything they could ever need. Any reasonable person would say, "Okay, that's enough. Don't press your luck." But the story doesn't end here, and this is where it gets really interesting. Jack decides to make one final trip. Why? Was it greed? Or was it something else? Perhaps he learned that the giant had stolen these treasures from his own father. The story hints that Jack isn't just a thief. He's reclaiming what was rightfully his family's, seeking a form of justice. On his third and final ascent, Jack is more careful than ever. He hides and watches as the giant brings out his most wondrous treasure, a magical golden harp that plays beautiful music all by itself. The music is so enchanting that it lulls the giant into his deepest sleep yet. Jack knows this is the ultimate prize. He seizes a harp, but as he runs, the harp, being magical, cries out, "Master! Master!" waking the giant. What follows is a frantic chase. The giant, enraged, thunders after Jack. Jack scrambles down the beanstalk with incredible speed, the giant's heavy footsteps shaking the entire stalk behind him. "Mother, get the axe!" he yells as he nears the ground. His mother, hearing the urgency in his voice, acts immediately. As soon as Jack's feet touch the ground, he grabs the axe and starts chopping at the base of the beanstalk with all his might. The giant beanstalk groans, splinters, and finally comes crashing down, bringing the giant with it and ending the threat for good. So, what does this all mean for us? The story of Jack and the Beanstalk is a masterclass in seizing opportunities. Jack's initial decision to trade the cow for beans was a huge risk, but it was a risk based on a sliver of hope, and it paid off spectacularly. It teaches us that sometimes The most unconventional paths lead to the greatest destinations. We need to be open to possibilities that don't fit the standard mold. Jack's success wasn't just about luck, though. It was about courage and creativity. He didn't just climb the beanstalk. He outsmarted a giant 3 times. He assessed the situation, came up with a plan, and executed it under immense pressure. He used his small size to his advantage and turned his weaknesses into strengths. This is a crucial lesson. Your resources don't define your potential. Your ingenuity and your courage do. Finally, the story is about knowing when to stop taking risks. After defeating the giant, Jack chops down the beanstalk. He closes the door to that world. He understands that he has secured his future and that the time for adventure is over. He found success, but he also knew how to protect it. It's a reminder that calculated risk is smart, but endless gambling is foolish. Jack's journey from a poor boy to a hero who secures his family's future is a timeless inspiration. It encourages us to look for the magic beans in our own lives, those small, unconventional opportunities that might just grow into something magnificent. It challenges us to be brave, to think on our feet, and to take those calculated risks that can lead to incredible success. Thank you so much for joining me on this climb into the clouds today. I hope this story has inspired you as much as it inspires me. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments what story you'd like to explore next. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.